Tucker Carlson has been incredibly concerned about a acquaintance of Nicki Minaj's, a rapper who apparently has someone in her life who allegedly suffered some ramifications after getting vaccinated. Now, we shared that story with you earlier. Before we get to Tucker's plea in regard to this story, he did have to issue a correction. The correction also includes the tweet in question that started this whole thing. Let's watch.
Nicki Minaj. She entered the conversation abruptly with this tweet yesterday, quote, "My cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent," she wrote. "His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied." Now, two things about that tweet. Last night we read it, we put the graphic on the screen, and we suggested that Nicki Minaj's cousin is the one with the swollen testicles in Trinidad. And we were wrong, and we want to admit it. We henceforth correct the record. Nicki Minaj's cousin's testicles are not swollen. As far as we know, he's fine. It's Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's testicles who are swollen from taking the vax. That's the claim.
That was an important correction. I mean, I would feel awful if I were Nicki Minaj's cousin and Tucker Carlson on national television claimed that I had swollen testicles when in fact, testicles are not swollen. So I commend Tucker Carlson for making that important correction when he lies to his audience about a whole host of genuinely important issues on a nightly basis. But Woz, thoughts on this?
Obviously, the irony in that, of course, is like you mentioned, Tucker Carlson spews non-truths on in a night, not like you say nightly basis and you're being hyperbolic. No, like actually every single night on his show, he's speaking non-truths to his audience. That's a number one. So the idea that he would issue a correction on this is laughable. But at the same time, you gotta be relieved that a drone like Tucker Carlson at least can have a sense of humor about some things, even though it's, male testes, which first grade me is loving this entire ordeal. I just am.
It's the story of the century. No, but like what I love about this story is how intent Tucker Carlson is on investigating this, right? Because look, we already know that the vaccine is not causing reproductive issues. You're not gonna have problems with your testes, you're not gonna have problems with your ovaries, you're not gonna have problems with sexual organs, like you're gonna be fine. You might feel a little under the weather a day or two after you get vaccinated, and then you're gonna feel great because you're not gonna be hospitalized, you're not gonna die from coronavirus. But nonetheless, here's Tucker Carlson really like digging in to his investigative journalism skills.
And we haven't been able to figure out whether this show is broadcast in Trinidad, but if Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend is watching, or his former fiance is watching, we want to hear your story. We'll come to Port of Spain to see you. Let us know.
Well, look, I'll say this. I'm somebody who got my job to send me to Las Vegas for NBA Summer League, where I was ostensibly working, which I was. Don't get it twisted, bosses. I did get some work done, but part of it was you wanted to be in Las Vegas. So it's kind of smart that Tucker wants to have Fox News send him to Trinidad and Tobago, which is a beautiful country in the Caribbean. I see where your head's at. I see what your heady play, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what he was trying to do.
The fresh coconut juice. Yeah. I mean, incredible roti, curried shrimp. Man, listen, doubles. Trinidad got some amazing cuisine. Not to mention the beaches are
Woz, what are you
sublime.
Doing? What are you doing? You're trying to sell me on it? You're trying to sell me on it. Oh no, I don't want to go to Trinidad and Tobago. No, you don't need to sell me. I got it. I would love to go. I would love the time off to be able to go. No, but
if they get TYT over there, tell them to reach out to us and we can go investigate.
I mean, I definitely investigate. But I also love, look, I think Tucker is just having fun. Like, I don't think he's actually genuinely serious about all of this. But I do love the idea of the guy getting outed as having like swollen testicles, like raising his hand, like, oh, yeah, it was me, Tucker. Yes, I saw this segment. I'm definitely willing to go on national television in the US to talk about what's likely to be an STD. But I told my girlfriend was a reaction to the vaccine. Like, come on, let's keep it real. By the way, it's just my assumption, and I don't really know what's going on with this guy. But just to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's, Jake Tapper did the responsible thing and made sure to fact check Nicki Minaj on all this. So here it is.
I want you to address what she said, because for anyone out there who has any questions about this, Dr. Fauci, is there any evidence that the Pfizer, the Moderna, or the J&J vaccines cause any reproductive issues in men or women?
The answer to that, Jake, is a resounding no. There's no evidence that it happens, nor is there any mechanistic reason to imagine that it would happen. So the answer to your question is no.
So many twists and turns during the pandemic. So many twists and turns. Never thought Fauci would have to address an issue like this, but I'm glad he did. Look, to be fair, there are people who are genuinely concerned that the vaccine is gonna somehow harm their ability to procreate or whatever. I've seen it online, unfortunately, and it's unfounded. It's scaremongering in regard to the vaccine. There's no evidence or scientific data indicating that it's harmful to reproductive organs. There is evidence that taking the dosage of ivermectin meant for horses is damaging for you. So maybe don't do that and instead just get vaccinated. But I guess to each his own.
I do gotta say, I wanna pat us on the back, Anna, for finding a way for the 1,000th appearance together on this show to somehow talk about human reproductive organs in one facet or another. The streak continues. All of you people playing the human genitals drinking game at home, drink. We did it again.
How do I, it is true, and it's like this insane coincidence because we don't talk about that kind of stuff on the show that often.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.